Well, I feel that the experience, in writing the book and the life that I've lived, that there are lessons learned. And what I would like to do as an educator is to interact with people about the lessons that I've learned. And also the path through trauma, because everybody has a wall that they hit. And then what I do in my book is I go through a path through trauma. By looking at the obstacles that I encountered early in my life, how I got over them, how I took a step at a time, and I was always in line with my vision. So that to me was that kept me in touch with who I am. So nothing that was happening to me could define me as long as I held on to that. Then I talk about, how I experienced Morris Brown. Somebody could talk about how they experienced a divorce, or death in the family, or loss of a job. We all have to go through how we experience it, and just, what's happening. And then when you hit that wall, all the things that come into play, and how you begin to look at yourself, your relationships with other people, how when you reach the darkest moments, how you find that light and you emerge stronger. Well, what I had envisioned myself doing was to, use the memoir to inspire people, to be around in small groups, and then also encourage people to tell their stories, because there's something very powerful in that. Well, I overcame my wall by, I use words over staying in touch with who I am. I overcame it by also looking at my ancestors, the strength of my ancestors. I relied on what I would call something I don't use as much, but my altar was my centerpiece. It is not the centerpiece now, but I communicated with the ancestors. I'd have a ritual, placing a problem, putting it on the ancestor altar, trying to put it in, take it out of my hands. So I did that. I also created a visualization board. I watched the CD on The Secret, and I watched it over and over again. In terms of how do you begin to visualize, another place. So I put little stickers on, publish my memoir, go on a speaking tour about it, visit Italy, which I'll probably do next year.
Okay.
So I began to look at something beyond that, and then I also began to connect again. I've tended to be a very private person, and I began to reach out more, which is a new experience, for me. But I really did not bring people in the way I might have in terms of what was going on for me. In fact, I wouldn't let them get, that close. And I gradually began to open up more. So, that's really how I came out. I think I really had to go through a transformation. I'm not the same person that I was when this began. And I like, where I am right now. But it's a different person.